Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Engineer Ayoladun Chris Abiodun, and as usual, I have a word for you today, and it will be centered at capacity building. Capacity building. As usual, I will have to borrow a story from the Bible. The moral of the story, at the end of the day, will show you where you need to build your capacity. When Jesus encountered Peter at the seashore, Jesus used his boat to preach, and after then, he told Peter to launch his net for a fish catching miracle. Fortunately for him, he has toiled throughout the night without catching a fish, a single one. They were training their nets to just go, but he said, because of your word, let me launch again. And as he launched the net into the sea, he caught a lot of fishes that his net began to break and his boat began to sink. Wow, what a net breaking and boat sinking miracle. So this happened, and the thing goes, he later became the disciple of Jesus Christ. Throughout Jesus Christ's ministry, he was with him. He became the fishers of men as the Lord has called him to be. And actually, after the death of Christ before his resurrection, Peter decided to go back fishing, and he went. The same miracle repeated. He went back and toiled throughout the night without catching fish. But after resurrection, Jesus appeared to him. He said, "Son, do you have meal?" Say they have caught nothing throughout the night. And he asked him to launch back his net. And Peter did, and caught lots of fish like the first miracle. But in that account, the second account was not emphasize the net breaking and the boat sinking that happened in the first miracle. And what does that mean to us? Peter, after that experience, has gone to develop more on his fishing tools before coming back to fish. If not, the first miracle that broke his net, that or nearly sank his boat, would have is repeated, but his nets were not breaking and his boat was not sinking. Why? Because his first experience, he has realized that, oh, I need to develop on my capability. I need to expand my capacity. So what are we gaining from here? What is this lesson? What is the lesson that we are getting from here? You have a small business. As it is growing, your customers are growing in numbers. Your customers are growing in numbers. Your customers are returning after they have the first experience with you, and they've seen the quality of the service you are providing. Yet another new customers are arriving. Definitely your band of customers are expanding. What do? Do you still operate on the same system that you used to operate? No, it doesn't speak well of you. You don't need to operate in that same capacity. Now there is time to build up. It is time for you to gradually build up your capability. Do you get what I'm saying? You are using one machine before that makes your work very fantastic, and you think, oh, every money that comes from this machine, it is your own. No, it is not your own. The money that comes from this machine, now that you are building your capacity, you think of buying more machines, buying more sophisticated machine. If you can't afford it now, the question you ask yourself is, how can I afford it? So buy more duplication of your services. Employ more people to work with you. Do your assignment. Do your due diligence in getting those that will function well with you in your business building. So what am I saying? What you used to do alone, you don't have to do that alone any longer. That means you have to get more hands, so that at the end of the day you will not end up killing yourself. So if you are you need to know how to delegate some responsibilities, and if you are delegating some responsibility, then you have to build human capacity that will be able to function in that direction. So what am I telling you is that the level of miracle that you have received today in your business is not the final stage that the Lord is taking you to. So, and how do you match up? How do you benefit from where God is taking you to? Is your ability to build your capacity. Your service, your work, when you are attending to 10 customers, will change. The same service, the same capability, the same service, but in a higher level of capability. That is, you have a process, you have your raw material that will pass through a process with some set of people, and you have to receive a result. You have to receive a particular result. So your process through a certain set of people will give you a certain result. Now when you are building your capability, you are building your capacity, then your process with another set of people is expected to bring the same result, and that same result will be based on your training and your ability to choose the right person for the work. So this is my word for you today. As an entrepreneur, don't just get stuck with I have arrived mentality. Don't just get stuck with, oh, I'm making money. You are somebody that provides services and you are making the money, and you don't even bother. You don't even search and know which tools will make your work faster. If you are to do this to hundreds of people, how many human capacity do you need? How many machine will you employ? How many resources do you need to channel? So what training do you have to give to them? So without capability building, without capacity building, you find out that you remain at a spot, because what that tends to is that you overwork yourself. You overwork even your system. You overwork your machine. That is why you see somebody that has been a taxi driver for decades and is still using the same taxi. Today is in the mechanic shop, tomorrow is in a vulcanizer shop, next tomorrow he has to visit panel. Things are depreciating without him knowing. That is the difference between somebody that takes his business seriously and somebody that just use it as source of surviving. So people like that are those that are just, their mentality is, how do I survive today? No, it shouldn't be with your business. Build your capacity as your business grows, and you see the Lord doing wonders on your way. God bless you.